For many, watering dead plants is something that people do on the daily. Tar Heel basketball fans turn away now. One of Hubert Davis's top recruiting prospects has recently committed to another university. Many things have changed here at UNC, including how the university welcomes its guests. We just got notification that 5 cases of COVID-19 have been identified in Rams Village Building 3. Some UNC students took time during quarantine to create their own businesses in their own homes. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has been found guilty in the death of George Floyd. In March of 2020, the UNC Visitor Center right here on Franklin Street was forced to close its doors due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The administration says vaccines will not be mandatory. The a cappella community at UNC has grown significantly over the past few years, and some groups are making their mark around the country while living out their pitch-perfect dreams. Last March, the Tarpeggios, a mixed-voice a cappella group, were celebrating a placement at the 2020 International Championship of Collegiate A cappella semifinals. Days later, their 2020 competition season was brought to a close due to the start of COVID-19.
We were pretty sad, but we also understood that made sense that needed to happen, because we were hoping that we would do really well in the wild card round.
Madeline Yara is the president of the Tarpeggios. She helped lead the group to a second-place finish in the 2021 ICCA quarterfinals on March 13th. This year, the ICCA went virtual.
Having ICCAs cut short and being in the and then switching to virtual mode really let us hone in on our virtual skills, I guess, which helped us in ICCAs this semester.
In a normal ICCA season, a cappella groups from around the world would compete on stage for the chance to be named ICCA champions, a coveted title in the a cappella world. Groups would arrange, choreograph, and perform 12-minute musical sets in front of a live audience. This year, all groups had to create a 4-minute music video showcasing their talents.
The vision for the entire set, arranging, everything was done in groups of 4 or more people. Which I think was really important with it being virtual. And the whole process was very collaborative.
Abby McNaughton is the music director for the group. She is thankful the Tarpeggios chose to compete in ICCAs this year because of the opportunity it gave them to perform during COVID.
It was something that everybody in the group just really put their entire heart and soul into, and that everyone could come together and coalesce around this shared goal.
If the Tarpeggios win the semifinals, they will move on to the final round for the first time, competing against collegiate groups from around the country. In Chapel Hill, Maria Cade, Carolina Week.
She joins us live from the pit. Maria?
Nick, I'm here in the pit, and even though it is a little bit cloudy today, there are a few students walking around behind me, as you can see. But this time last semester, those same students were quarantining in their homes for what they thought would be a 2-week extended spring break, but what turned out to be the beginning of a global pandemic that is still affecting our world today. March 11th, 2020. This was the day that Chancellor Kevin Guskowitz announced a new plan to the Carolina community that included an extension of spring break and the shift to remote learning for what was then an unknown period of time.
So I remember actually hearing about it, and I was at first kind of excited that we got a second week of break, obviously, because that's nice.
Sophie Allen is a senior at UNC. She will graduate in May, having not stepped in a physical UNC classroom since March 2020. Allen had one reaction when she found out that her final year at Carolina would not be what she expected.
I literally started crying. I know that's probably just a babyish reaction to have, but I was just I was so disappointed.
Earl McBride had not even begun his Carolina journey when the pandemic shutdown occurred. As a first-year student, he has yet to experience a typical Carolina semester. He arrived on campus in August only to be sent home shortly after.
It was really just like a summer camp. I came for like a week. I met my suite mates. We hung out. We did some things. Then we went home and we never spoke again. I don't think I had time to really process the fact that I was in college until I had left, the physical property of UNC.
Although McBride did not have the first year of college that he expected, he is thankful that he is able to be on campus this semester, even if it means wearing a mask and taking COVID tests.
I feel like I have a reason to get out of bed now. Like last semester, I would force myself to get out of bed just to go to another Zoom. I would force myself to leave my room, but now I just feel like I don't force myself to do it. It's because I want to do it. I want to continue to live life.
As daily COVID-19 cases at UNC decrease, there are an increasing number of students who will be receiving their COVID-19 vaccine, restoring hope in Carolina students like Alex Caceres.
I actually got the vaccine a year after this whole pandemic started. So the only two words I can say is fingers crossed, hoping truly for the best, because honestly, like, things have already been getting better, and I just hope it continues on that upward trend.
Right now, the university plans to resume classes in person for the fall semester, and we can only hope that campus will be full of life as it once was very soon. Reporting live in Chapel Hill, I'm Maria Cade, Carolina Week. Reporting live in Chapel Hill, I'm Maria Cade, Carolina Week.